Hi, welcome to the spring wheat section of our agronomy grower meeting. These are 4 slides out of our agronomy grower meeting presentation that we do every fall on our farm. The object of these 4 slides show you how we manage the wheat on our farm, what varieties we grew, what new wheat varieties are coming to the marketplace, and as well the outcome of those spring wheat varieties and how they compare to others, and what wheat varieties you should keep an eye open for that are going to be in the field in 2021. So let's jump right into it. This is how we managed spring wheat on our farm. We targeted, depending on the variety, anywhere from 30 to 34 live plants a square foot. Due to our seeding conditions this spring, which was some adverse seed beds, we seeded in early May, and then we didn't receive a rain until first week of June. Therefore, we ended up with a higher rate of mortality in our wheat than we would like to see. So we started with a lighter plant stand. Function of the year. We also did not have any nitrogen applied in the fall, so we resorted to applying 60 pounds of nitrogen in furrow, 30 ESN, and 30 urea, making those 60 pounds of nitrogen. And then the balance of the nitrogen, we broadcasted with our sprayer with UAN, depending on the field, anywhere from 65 to 75 pounds. Seed treatment, we used a combination. Herbicide, we used Velocity. Fungicide, this year, we actually skipped our flag leaf because we had very little disease pressure. We had very little moisture in the environment and zero disease pressure, and wheat was progressing along. And we also had a little bit of a lighter plant stand, and so we had a little more room for air and wind to get down into the canopy. And then we also did some multiple fusarium head blight trials on our spring wheat. So keep in mind, dry May, some timely rains moving through our growing season in June and July, and the top shutting off on July 23rd, but starting with a saturated soil. Perfect combination for a spring wheat crop. Okay, jumping ahead. 2 new varieties we grew on our farm. Both of these varieties we've grown for 2 years. I'm struggling to pop the screen ahead here, so that's not making a great recording. So this one, AAC Starbuck VB wheat. 2 years ago, we grew 17 acres. This year, we were able to grow 608 acres. And it's safe to say we have seen that we are confident in this variety overtaking a lot of the other hard red spring wheat acres out there. Why? Increased yield, increased protein marginally, a better fusarium head blight resistant package, better spreading resistance, and it's got midge tolerance, something we typically don't look for in Manitoba, but it's not going to hurt. It's going to be there. Starbuck wheat, look it up. It's going to be high quality red spring wheat. Supplies are limited in Manitoba. If you're looking for a new hard red spring wheat, book it early. CS Daybreak, second year we've grown on our farm. Very, very happy with the outcome of it. 2 reasons. Early season vigor, without a doubt, out of the ground quick, tillers very aggressively, even in those dry conditions I talked about. Jumps out of the gate, grows quick, and looks good all year long. We did have a limited launch of it last year. We had a handful of customers with it, and I'm going to say over 50% of them phoned me up and not only mentioned the early season vigor that they saw out of it, and a large part of that is because it's just such a high quality wheat, good protein. But the other comment that most of them made was easy to thrash, very easy to set your combine and get a really good quality sample and minimize your losses at combine. So some increased efficiency there. But from an agronomic package, it did beat Brandon wheat on our farm for yield potential. It did have about the same protein. And overall, it's going to be a good fit because if you are still enjoying balers on your farm, you will have slightly more straw than Brandon wheat, but strong standing. So Starbuck, Daybreak, 2 red spring wheats out. Give us a call if you have more questions about it. Next slide is the results of how each variety and each field did on our farm. So what I've highlighted here, and if you can see my cursor over the screen, we had 4 Brandon wheat fields, and those are the average yields per field. So we ranged in brown wheat from 68 to 86. Starbuck, we had 3 fields ranging from 83 to 87. And Daybreak wheat, we had 3 fields ranging from 72 to 84. So at the end of the day, each of those acre amounts were around the 500 acres per variety. And we ended up having Starbuck being the top yielding wheat on the farm, followed by Daybreak, followed by Brandon. All in all, excellent quality. So that's what we grew on our farm. Again, one of those years where that dry spring, we were frustrated with it at the time. However, in hindsight, that forced our crop to promote root growth down quick, utilize that subsoil moisture in our Red River and Osborne clays, and ultimately get some timely rains at the end of June and in the middle of July for grain fill period. So pretty exciting to see those kind of wheat yields come off, given the fact that we had 6 inches of precipitation. Looking forward to seeing Starbuck and Daybreak spread out over a wider geography with more customers, and really challenging to see what they can and can't do given hot, cold, dry, wet conditions. So give us a call for more questions and or to get your seed booked. We also in our lineup have some common favorites that were contract grown with our contract seed growers. Those include Rowan, Faller, Eli, and Viewfield. All great varieties that have a good fit in the marketplace, depending on what you're looking for at the end of the day. Thank you for watching this short clip on spring wheat yield for 2020 and how we manage on our farm. I welcome comments and different perspectives on how you manage your wheat, what worked well, what didn't. Chat soon. Thank you.